I've been thinking about how to do this video for a while now, not because it's an important topic that desperately requires my piercing syncretic analysis and cultivated wit. No. It's because when I see a schizophrenic man running naked down the street screaming,
Chamomile stalking me, cuz! He knows I'm a sleeper agent for the Kuomintang, and I'm about to trigger the second coming of Chiang Kai-shek!
I feel compelled to point it out. But in pointing it out, although I may be giving the poor schizophrenic man what he clearly desires, attention, I worry because I know that I'm not helping him. Well, I'm helping him fall deeper into his self-aggrandizing delusions, and let's be honest, he's happier there. Anyway, now that I've justified in my head why it's fine to laugh at a nut, today's video is the beginning of a brand new series that I like to call Australia's Skitziest Known Schizos. Today we're going deep into the belly of the beast, delving into the downright bewildering rituals of one of Australia's most paranoid, obsessive, delusional and narcissistic individuals, Drew Pavlou. Yes, my large-headed friend, this is actually happening. But then again, that is exactly what a figment of your imagination would say.
Oh my god, what's that, cuz? It's a ghost, lad! Do you have a message for us?
Yes, go see friendlyjordies live show.
Do you know where it is, spirits from another realm?
No, but you can check out the website for yourself.
After years of him baiting, prodding me in any opportunity from his fortress of righteousness on Twitter, I'm making his dream come true. I'm making a video on Drew Pavlou. If you haven't heard of him, turn this video off right now. Just watch another video. Honestly, it is a total waste of your time. I'm only doing this video for my own amusement. But if you insist on watching old Geordies play some golf, Drew Pavlou is a professional protester who first came to prominence after getting suspended from university for protesting too hard for Hong Kong, which, I don't know, he probably shouldn't have been suspended, but... boring! He's been perpetually struggling to remain relevant ever since, and in his quest to do so, he's been on a one-man mission to destroy threats to Western freedom everywhere. We're talking Russia, China, Hamas. He's like if James Bond was a fat Turkish man who wasn't actually a spy, was on the spectrum, was addicted to Twitter, and instead of womanizing went to gay nightclubs. Oh, wait, sorry guys, he's got a girlfriend. He's definitely not gay! So what's brought this about then, eh? Well, a few weeks ago, I briefly, and I do stress this, briefly mentioned Drew in my video on Julian Assange's newfound freedom. Drew wasn't happy with Assange. He was even less happy with me because that teensy little mention garnered probably the best video response I've ever received. If only I could find it, but it's hard because Drew tweets like 5 times a second. I think it could be lost to history. It's such a shame that we can't play the video and... oh wait, here it is. You know, for someone who claims to hate the Islamic terrorist world so much, you really have learned a thing or two from the enemy. Check out this aesthetic. Okay, sorry, let's play the video for real, but come on, compare and contrast.
Even though I very forcefully condemned and opposed the firebombing attack on friendlyjordies' house, this disgraceful, ungrateful, horrible person comes out, he calls me fat, he says that I work for the American State Department simply because I criticised Julian Assange.
Amazing way to start a video, Drew, implying that you regret saying that I shouldn't be murdered because I called you fat. Doesn't matter about the many other times you've dishonestly shat on me over the years. No, you said something nice about me when it was a convenient way to virtue signal that you're a good guy. Good guy confirmed. Seriously though, doesn't that first sentence just perfectly encapsulate Drew's narcissistic thinking, which to be fair, is the thinking that has propelled his entire career, taking extremely bland, common sense positions and expecting to be either martyred or celebrated for said positions, then, when that doesn't happen to the extent that he wants it to, getting extremely frustrated by the lack of attention, lashing out by ratcheting up these positions to a deranged level, then going on some chaotic protest quest until someone does pay attention. Or in my case, taking back that common sense position that I shouldn't die to punish me for disagreeing with the US State Department by celebrating Assange's release.
Even though I condemned the assassination attempt on Donald Trump, this disgraceful, ungrateful, horrible person refuses to even consider me for VP.
Look, this is a very consistent pattern of his. He used to support Assange, even going so far as to compare himself to Assange in one of his more sane adventures, where he suffered for literal days, guys, after the Chinese had nothing better to do than G him up with a fake bomb threat. Wow, what a thorn on the side of the world's largest government Drew is, eh? Drew then withdrew his support of Assange because
I stopped supporting Julian Assange because of his fucked up, disgusting online supporters who have spent years supporting Putin and Xi while harassing me online. Hope that helps.
Oh, it does. This makes it very easy to follow the ball because Assange supporters, quote, harassed him online. Drew has decided Assange is a rapist. Something that even the original Swedish complainants never accused Assange of. And this is despite the fact that Drew Pavlou's own career is solely off the back of harassing people online and offline.
Cowards! My hands behind my back, I haven't touched a single person. Come hit me, I'm not a coward.
It'd be like me suddenly deciding I think Drew Pavlou actually sent a bomb threat to the Chinese embassy because his supporters called me short.
Lock him up, and technically, if you look at the average height of...
Nah, that wouldn't happen. All of his replies are his own followers calling him fat. Also, Drew, I never accused you of working for the US State Department, even an ungrateful tanky pig. That's amazing. We're making that a shirt. An ungrateful tanky pig, such as myself, wouldn't have a view so low of the US that I think that they consider employing you. Please pay attention, Drew. What I said was way more intelligent than that. I said that if I said your name, you'd be so aroused by the attention that you'd come yourself, which I'm sure you did. You then get arrested for public indecency and then pretend it was because you were protesting for freedom for Israelis or Ukrainians or whatever the preferred victim of the US state is that week. The US State Department isn't paying you for your Twitter activism. They don't have to pay you. If they were gonna pay you, they'd be wise to pay you to stop. In fact, I reckon you would have to pay them. Look at this, State Department gift store. Oh, Drew, I bet you're salivating at these stunning State Department computer backpacks. But in a gesture of goodwill, before you waste $70 on that backpack, Drew, I'll let you in on a secret. It's not actually official. Now, using your logic, because I very forcefully helped you out, you can't possibly ever make fun of me again.
So simply because I speak up for humanity, this disgraceful bloke, he attacks me, he slurs me, he attacks my character. Evil person, I fucking hate him, and anyone who ever thinks about saying anything nice about him or defending him, think again, because this is how he'll treat you even when you come out and oppose the firebombing of his house. Disgraceful, disgusting person.
Oh, so mean, Drew. You think I'm evil? You hate me? Because after Trump was shot, you didn't waste a second to scold people for claiming their political opponents were evil. I mean, at least the video wasn't as bad as the caption. Oh yeah, we're going through that now.
Even though I very strongly oppose the firebombing of @friendlyjordies house, this very vicious, slimy, ungrateful, tanky pig, a washed-up ex-male model, nipples protruding, has the gall to slander me and hurls slurs at me in his recent video, calling me fat. Nipples protruding? What? What does that mean, Drew? I think you're mentally back in the gay nightclub again. Yeah, sure. I'll be the first to admit, maybe sometimes in the studio the aircon is a little too strong. Maybe I sometimes look like Miranda from that iconic scene in Sex and the City.
Fake nipples!
We have secretly replaced Miranda's normal nipples with rubber ones. Let's see what happens.
By the way, you're such a carry, always changing your mind like I'm Aiden and Mr. Big. But in the video you're talking about, I'm wearing a jacket. Where can you see my nipples? In fact, I think I've been wearing some form of this jacket in almost all my videos for over a year. Did my nipples make such a psychic impact on you that they're all you can think about when you picture me? This isn't really helping your I have a girlfriend defense, is it? Another reason to love Drew is this ad from when he ran for Senate. Check this.
To show you just how serious I am about national security, I'm in a Ukrainian-made fighter jet flying above Brisbane right now. I see the horizon just like I see the future for Australian voters. With China threatening the Solomon Islands and threatening Darwin, we've got to protect our country. We can never give in. Never ever give in. I'll roll with the punches in Parliament, just like I'm rolling with punches in this fighter jet now. Politicians want us to sell out to China. I'll never allow it. I'll always defend Australia's sovereignty, no matter what. Vote Drew Pavlou for Senate, a patriotic progressive that'll bring Australia well into the future.
How did we miss that?
That is his only grab for attention that actually had my attention. If I knew he did that at the last election, I would have paid him out then. Drew Pavlou, Democratic Alliance. And then he does a classic Gerberguli video to show how democratic he is. You see how he's always teetering on the edge of becoming everything he hates? Now, who am I kidding? Drew Maverick Pavlou would get my vote. Just look at this platform, guys. Lock Julian Assange up. Yes! Put Australia in NATO. Must be one of those Principality European nations. And make Pine Gap 1,000 times bigger. Holy shit, that man likes foreign spies. What a, quote, progressive patriot. Pine Gap is estimated to be 23 kilometres squared. For now, at least. So Drew wants to make Pine Gap 23,000 kilometres squared, which is about the size of Israel. He's amazing, isn't he? I would do the hack joke of saying that Drew is more creative than Andy Kaufman, but that honestly would not be doing the man justice, because get this, after tweeting for a day and presumably feeling as if he hadn't squeezed enough clout out of the most inconsequential beef of 2024, he challenged me to a debate moderated by Leo Puglisi of 6 News fame, which, huge fan of Leo, no disrespect, but it is very fitting that this beef be moderated by a 16-year-old. I can see the promos now. Two great minds locked in, battling it out in the free marketplace of ideas. Australia's very own Greek philosophers engaged in an impassioned round of intellectual jujitsu, tackling the deep issues that others can barely comprehend, and moderated by the only person in the media that can match the contenders' wisdom and maturity. I mean, I'm sold. 2 conditions though, Drew. The first one is, as I'm sure you're aware, debates aren't just a battle of the minds. You also have to be in peak physical condition, and I might be a tanky piggy, but you're just a piggy. First and foremost, you gotta go to Weight Watchers, Drew, please. You can't even fit in the camera's frame, please. For the love of God, in your inevitable video response, film it in widescreen. Second, I think that we should debate the real issues, ones that we're both sufficiently versed on, and if you try to bring up any other topic or any other clever stunts, I'm walking out of the room.
You're not staying, sir? Are you leaving?
I will agree to debate you on Jordies is short and Drew Pavlou is fat. Ball's in your court, but remember, Drew, democracy dies in darkness.